Jake Pepper here. Welcome back to Jake's Cinema Room. Today I'm back with another movie review for you. I'm going to be looking at the latest movie from director M. Night Shyamalan, Trap. Now this is a movie that I was pretty heavily anticipating for the year. I've been, with M. Night Shyamalan, he's a bit hit or miss at times, but for the most part, I think he has good ideas. I think a lot of his ideas are creative. So anytime he comes out with a movie, I'm definitely interested, but this one interested me a lot because, for one, it stars Josh Hartnett, who I'm loving this little resurgence we're getting of him after he went quite a while without really doing a whole lot, after he was pretty big in his teenage and like early 20s and whatnot. He seemed to kind of disappear for a good bit, but it's nice to see him coming back in some movies, and him being in this M. Night Shyamalan movie, really piqued my interest. So it's definitely a nice sight to see for sure. The overall plot of the movie definitely intrigued me. Basically, you have Hartnett, he plays a guy who's taking his daughter out to a concert, basically kind of a Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, pop singer type concert. His daughter's thrilled. She's a huge fan of this singer, Lady Raven, who's actually played by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, Salika Shyamalan. And basically, she's thrilled. They're going out to this concert. It's going to be a great day. When they get there, he happens to be, looking around and notices a lot more security and police officers than you would typically see at these types of concerts. So while getting a t-shirt for his daughter, he asked one of the people selling the merchandise, hey, what's going on with all this extra security today? Basically, this whole entire concert is a setup for catching a serial killer known as the Butcher. And this is no spoiler, it was played out in the trailers and everything, but Josh Hartnett's character is the Butcher. Dun dun dun, who would have thought? Kind of wish they would have left that out of the trailers, because that's basically the twist of the movie, because we all know M. Night Shyamalan loves his twists and everything. But yeah, that's basically it. He is this killer, the Butcher, and they've basically set this thing up. The FBI and all these police officers and everything have set it up where they are not going to let this man escape this concert without him leaving in handcuffs. And it's an interesting concept. I really love the concept of this movie. I wish the execution of it would have been done a little bit better. And that seems to be the biggest hang up with Shyamalan, just as a director and as a writer too, because he also wrote this movie. And it's the idea, like I said, is really good, but as the movie goes along, there's little things here and there that just, how did that happen? Why is this character doing this? You find yourself asking yourself these questions a lot throughout this movie, but the biggest saving grace of the movie is Josh Hartnett. You're sticking with him throughout the entirety of this movie, and his performance is absolutely amazing. He comes off from the get-go as this kind of dorky dad who's just taking his daughter out to this concert, and he's kind of a lovable oaf almost in a way. And then you really start to see him change throughout the course of the movie. Once you get deeper and deeper into who he actually is, it's quite a performance. And I would almost recommend the movie just based off his performance. Unfortunately, the rest of the movie doesn't hold up quite as well as his performance. And that's just a fault of Shyamalan, unfortunately. He's got to shove a lot of his things into the movies that he normally does, like himself, for one, because he does make a little cameo appearance as a character. He shoves his daughter in here, who's not bad by any means, but it gets to a point where they actually start using her a lot more than I would have expected from the movie. And it gets to a point where it's just like, all right, we've done enough with this character. Let's move on. And the rest of the acting in the movie is hit or miss for the most part. The young girl that plays his daughter actually is pretty solid. Then you get a few other people, like Allison Pill plays his wife, and so on and so forth. But overall, I think the movie just suffers from trying to do too much, because it's a simple concept. They go to this concert and they're trying to catch him because he's this big serial killer and everything, and he's got to figure out a way to get out of here. But just the lengths that it goes to, the leaps in logic at times just feels a little, over the top in certain ways. But I will give it credit. It held my attention. I did find it entertaining for the most part. Whether that was actually enjoying the performance of Hartnett or sometimes laughing at some of the decisions that were made in the plots and just the direction and everything. So overall, I did somewhat enjoy it. I would recommend it for certain things like the performance and just the overall idea. I think works pretty well. I just wish there would have been a little bit more to kind of hold everything together in a better way. Overall, I would give the movie a 5.5 out of 10. So kind of right there in the middle. I didn't dislike it. I didn't necessarily like it, a whole lot either. So it was a little bit of a disappointment for me just because I was anticipating this movie once I found out about it. So it was a little disappointing overall, but I think it has things that it does well. And for those things, I definitely recommend checking it out. That's about it for me, guys. If you have gotten the chance to see Trap, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I'll leave all my links down below on where you can follow me and check out more of my reviews. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.